All right, so now let's go ahead and see that how we can display our own incidents. So you can see right now over here, this is the My Incidents page. I'm logged in, but it doesn't really show me any of my incidents. So how do I do it? How do I select only my incidents that are submitted by me, by the logged in user? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and create a view model. So I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new model, and I will call it My Incident List View Model dot dot. So this is going to be responsible for working on the screen, or this will be responsible for managing the screen that displays all the incidents. My Incident List View Model. And let's first see what's going on over here. There is something weird going on. Let's see. Nothing. Not sure why it is. We'll check it out later, but here we go. My Incident View Model. My Incident List View Model. Over here, we will have a function that will return a future list of incident view model. And we will call this function get my incidents. This will be an async function. Let's go ahead and there we go. We do need to import incident view model. So let's go ahead and do that. Import incident list view model or import incident list view model. So that's why maybe it's better to separate this out, like incident view model, into a separate file if you want, so you don't end up importing this whole file. Inside over here, we will use Firebase. The first thing we are going to do is get the user ID. And you can easily get the user ID by saying Firebase auth. And after Firebase auth, you say instance.current user, which is the current logged in user, .uid. And that is going to give you the user ID for that particular user. And if you remember, the user ID is represented by these numbers over here. So this is a user ID, and they are all unique. Each user will have their own user ID. Once we get the user ID, we can use the same exact Firebase query to select the user as well as order by the incident date. So I'm going to go ahead and create the query snapshot, and I'm going to use the Firebase Firestore.collection. Which collection do we want to invoke? We only have one collection called incidents, where the user ID, which is one of the properties, one of the fields in the document, is equal to the user ID. All right. And dot order by. So you can see you can join or chain different things together. Date, and the date, make sure this is descending order, meaning the incident that happened latest should be on the top. We are also going to make sure that we are waiting for this, await. And don't forget to call get, which is going to give you all the incidents. Once we get the incidents, we can repeat the same exact thing. We will get all the incidents as a model. Once we have them as a model, we will convert that model to a view model. So let's first go ahead and add that file. And finally, we can go ahead and go through each incident, which is a model, and get us the incident view model and return incident view model. This is great. So now we have My Incident List View Model. We can go to our My Incident page, which is right here, and we can start using this particular new view model. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is create an instance of My Incidents List View Model. It's not this one, which is called My Incident List View Model. There we go. my incidence list view model. We are also going to create a collection or an array of incidents. So there we go, that's incidents. Make sure that you import the incident view model. And now inside the populate all incidents, we can simply call the my incident list view model dot get my incidents. We're going to wait for it because this is going to return you a future. We will get all the incidents, and just like before, we're going to set it up by calling incidents equals to incidents. Since this is called inside the set state, and this is a stateful widget, we are going to be able to set it, and whenever we set it, it's going to call the build function again. So inside the build function, we can go ahead and say expanded child, and then we can say incident list and pass in the incidents. This is the incident list control that we were looking at earlier on. Let's go ahead and refresh it and go to our My Incidents page. And there we go. You can see that we have a pothole being displayed. And that's the only incident for that particular person. So you can definitely see the incident is getting displayed. So that is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and go to our main page, which is latest incidents. You can see there's one incident over here. Let's first see that what incidents are over here. You can see there's only one incident, pothole on road, by a user with a user ID Q0MEL1B. And when we log in, that is exactly what we are looking at. So we have done a lot of work in this particular section, and for this app, we can display the incidents. We can go ahead and also go to the My Incidents page. We can log in, we can register. Now, one of the things that you will see is this particular menu is very static, meaning once you log in, once you kind of just go to the website or go to the app itself, it always displays this menu, no matter if you're logged in or you're not logged in. So we need to control that, because if I am logged in, I shouldn't see the login and registration link. I mean, I'm logged in. Why bother showing us the login and registration link? And when I am not logged in, then I should not see my incidents, add an incident, and log out. So we can fix these things. So let's go ahead and see in the next lecture that how we can tackle and fix our menu.